everything and all, integration methods will be there. So there is no need to find that integration methods and all, direct shortcut method I will tell. So now we will start the center of mass. So in center of mass you will get the whenever the center of mass is at rest, another is whenever the center of mass is moving. Nothing but for the moving bodies also you can find out the center of mass. You can find out the velocity of center of mass as well as you can find out the acceleration of the center of mass. Then again in center of mass only one more concept will be there. For example, a boat is floating in the water, at that time a person is travelling from one end to another end. How the center of mass will changes? Is it changes or not changes? Otherwise two persons are moving exactly opposite to each other and then they are reaching the edges. At that time what is the displacement of the center of mass? This and all are the different types of problems will be there. Even the bomb explosion, conservation of momentum problems also will be there. We have already solved I guess so bomb explosion problems, 2 pieces, 3 pieces problems. So in the same way here also we will get that kind of problems. So first and foremost is center of mass will finish. Then we will finish the moment of inertia. Moment of inertia, around so many formulas will be there, you have to remember everything. I will tell you the basic shortcut to remember only 5 formulas. Once you remember the 5 formulas, you can make all the formulas by using the parallel and then perpendicular axis theorems. Then after that we will discuss the torque and then rolling motion, we will end it. Clear? So now first and foremost is center of mass. Center of mass. What do you mean by center of mass? What does the center of mass means? The point where the whole mass of the body is concentrated. For example, I am able to balance this one at this point means here the center of mass is there. Okay, so whole mass of this body is concentrated at this point only. So that is the center of mass. So that might be inside of the body, or that might be outside of the body, or that might be in the place wherever there is no mass at all. So for example, if I consider the ring, where is the ring center of mass? Exactly at the center. At the center of the ring, is there any mass? For example, if I take this as a ring, this as a ring I consider. For this ring, you people only saying that at the center of mass is there. So is there any mass here inside? Nothing is there. It is empty space. Even if you consider the hollow sphere or hollow cylinder, for the hollow sphere also center of mass will be where? At the center only, but there is no mass. Even for the hollow cylinder also it will be the same thing only. So wherever the center of mass is present, always there is not necessary that there should be some mass. Without mass also center of mass can lie. And also center of mass can be inside of the body or outside of the body. Whenever you see the heavier bodies, for them obviously the center of mass will be inside only. Whenever you see the lighter bodies, for them center of mass can be outside also. We will get that kind of problems also. You just remember the application, that's it. So center of mass nothing but the point where the total mass of the body is concentrated. Here one more concept we will get, that is center of gravity. What is the center of gravity means? The point where gravity is acting, gravitational force is acting, nothing but weight is acting, that is the center of gravity. For some of the bodies, for example, if you take the bigger bodies, for them center of gravity and then center of mass will be, both will coincide on the same point only, it will be there. For very lighter bodies, very lighter bodies, center of mass and then center of gravity will be at different places. We are not necessary for that. First of all, you have to mainly remember the difference between them, that's it. Center of mass nothing but the point where the whole mass is concentrated. Center of gravity nothing but the point where the weight of the body is acting. There is not necessary that always they should be same. They might be different also. So that is about the center of gravity and then center of mass. And about the center of mass, I said already, it may lie inside or outside of the body. It may lie where there is no mass also. The best example is ring only. The center of mass may lie where there is no mass also. That is about the center of mass main points. And also whenever you see the center of mass formula with the position vectors RCM bar is equals to, what is the formula? M1 R1 plus M2 R2 plus M3 R3 by R1 plus R2 plus R3. by the position vectors. By the position vectors, RCM is equals to M1 R1 plus M2 R2 plus M3 R3 by R1 plus R2, M1 plus M2, no? M1 plus M2 plus M3. That is about by the position vectors. Total mass you have to get and also product of the mass and then distance you have to get. Then now I have three coordinates like this, x1, y1, z1 and x2, y2, z2 and x3, y3, zt are the coordinates of masses m1, m2 and then m3. Whenever I kept the mass in space, that coordinates of mass m1 is x1, y1 and then z1. Coordinates of mass m2 is x2, y2, z2 and then x3, y3, z3, like that. Three positions of three masses are there. In the coordinate system, I kept the masses at three. For example, I kept m1 here, m2 somewhere there, m3 somewhere here. So that I want to find out the center of mass of all the three bodies here. So for that purpose, first of all, to find out the center of mass, again center of mass will also have the coordinates. One is xcm, next one is ycm and zcm. So for getting the xcm, what is the formula? m1x1 plus m2x2 plus m3x3 by m1 plus m2 plus m3. Product of the mass and then distance divided by the total mass you have to get. So here m1x1 plus m2x2 plus m3x3. Why? Because this is only xcm. I am getting only x here because it is only xcm. Then ycm. Ycm is equals to what I can write? m1 y1 plus m2 y2 plus m3 y3 divided by m1 plus m2 plus m3. In the same way, z coordinate zcm is equals to m1 z1 plus m2 z2 plus m3 z3 divided by m1 plus m2 plus m3. These are the positions of x center of mass, y center of mass and then z center of mass. By indicating this coordinate here, we can get the place of the center of mass at which point it is present. So I have taken three masses here, m1, m2, m3 like this at three coordinates. So x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2 and then x3, y3, z3. I have taken the three coordinates of three masses like that. Now where the center of mass will lie is nothing but the center of mass will lie somewhere here based on the masses obviously. And also center of mass will lie which side? Heavier side or lighter side? Heavier side of the body. So here only I kept like this cap and then I did not hold it in middle. I holded it little bit towards the cap. Why? Because this is a heavier side. Clear? So center of mass always lies at the heavier side of the body. For example, if you even take the stick also, whenever nothing is connected to the stick, at that time you will balance exactly in the middle. Whenever something you put there at one end nothing but you will move little bit that side. So even your pens also, why? Because cap is lying, it is having more weight. So that only always center of mass will lies at the heavier side of the body. Otherwise if I consider two bodies, the center of mass will lies near to the heavier body. That is what one more point. And also here somewhere here the center of mass is lying. For that center of mass also again I have the coordinates xcm, ycm and then zcm. Why? Because it is again lying in the three dimensions. So xcm, ycm, zcm, this is the total center of mass of the body. Clear? That is about the basic center of mass. And also next one is motion of the center of mass. Motion of center of mass. In that, first of all, velocity of center of mass. For example, velocity of the first body is given as v1, velocity of second body is given as v2. What is the velocity of center of mass? Vcm is equals to m1 v1 plus m2 v2 by m1 plus m2. This is looking like what? Conservation of momentum. Very good. Total momentum is equals to sum of the individual momentums. P total is equals to P1 plus P2. What is the mass and velocity? Momentum only, right? So that only this is the conservation of momentum application. So here Vcm is equals to the velocity of center of mass is equals to m1 v1 m2 v2 by m1 plus m2. In the same way ACM, acceleration of center of mass. ACM is equals to what I can write? M1 A1 plus M2 A2 by M1 plus M2. By the way, in the vector forms, why? Because the velocities will be as a vectors, and also even they have given the magnitudes, directly you can substitute. If not, they have given the vectors, at that time you have to substitute exactly V1 and then V2 as it is. Clear? That is about the velocity of center of mass and then acceleration of center of mass. Write a problem. Before that, write this center of mass. Center of mass is a point. Center of mass is a point where the total mass of the body is center of mass is a point where the total mass of the body is concentrated, where the total mass of the body is concentrated. In the next line, center of gravity is a point. Center of gravity is a point where the total weight of the body is concentrated. Weight of the body is acting. Where the weight of the body is acting. Obviously, in the work power energy also, for the chain problems, for the rod problems and all, where we have taken a center of gravity at the center only. Almost for all the bodies it will be like same only, but for the very lighter bodies, nothing but mass is very less, means at that time it will not coincide. So for us, whatever the cases we are discussing yet in this syllabus, for that always the center of mass and then center of gravity will coincide with each other. Okay. Then next point. Center of mass can lie inside or outside of the body. Inside or outside of the body. Next point. What record? Next point. Center of mass can lie at the point where there is no mass. Where there is no mass. Example, ring and hollow sphere or hollow cylinder. Copy everything. Everybody got rare tricks assignment? Yes, if you didn't get means just ask warden madam, she will give you. तो इधर बैठे तो क्या दिखेगा रे तेरे को? दो जने ही है ना, उधर जाके बैठ जा। थर्ड बेंच को नहीं तो सेकंड बेंच को जा, उठ। motion also. You have to copy that motion of the center of mass also. మేము ఐటమ్ 8కి ఏమున్నది క్లాస్ ఉన్నదా స్టడీ ఎవరా ఎవరు వచ్చారు ఎవరు రాలేదా మీరే చదువుకున్నారా వీళ్ళు పిల్లలందరూ వచ్చారా రాలేదా సగం మంది వచ్చారు నెక్స్ట్ రైట్ ఏ ప్రాబ్లం Locate the position of center of mass. Locate the position of center of mass of masses m1 and m2 separated by a distance d. Separated by a distance d. Tell me what is the center of mass? Yes, very good. What is the answer? m2d by m1 plus m2. Find out that. The masses are lying on which axis? X axis. So, center of mass also will come in which axis? X axis only. You have to find xcm directly. You will get the answer. क्या रे कब क्लास कब आ रहे तुम लोग क्यों लेट हुआ बोल बाथरूम नहीं मिला done for this time for this also you are taking this much time means it's not correct so that you have to find out first of all xcm you take what is the formula m1x1 plus m2x2 by m1 plus m2 and this coordinates of this one is what 0 comma 0 and then coordinates of this one is d comma 0 x axis is d and then y axis is 0 now I have two coordinates this one are x1 and then x2 y1 and then y2 are they correct coordinates are correct x1 y1 and then x2 y2 if I have another mass also then I will take it as x3 and then y3 there is no problem in that now here xcm is equals to m1 x1 m1 is m1 only x1 value is how much here 0 plus m2 into x2 value is how much here d that divided by m1 plus m2 then xcm is equals to m2d by m1 plus m2 that's the answer for this clear basic problem then next one have you written that point center of mass will lie at the savior side of the body no write that if two bodies are of equal masses If two bodies are of equal masses, where the center of mass will lies? Exactly at the center. If two bodies are same masses, then center of mass will lies at the midpoint of the bodies. At the midpoint of the bodies. If those masses are unequal, then center of mass will lies at the heavier side of the body. Next, find the center of mass. Next problem. Find the center of mass of following system of particles. Again basic problem only, you have to find out the center of mass. Ma Satvika, window closing. This much time, 5a by 8, then
plus root 3a by 8.
plus क्या root 3a by 8, 5a by 8, root 3a by 8. Did you get the same answers? Yes. Again the same formula, same story only. Write the coordinates properly first, x1 y1, x2 y2, and then x3 y3. 5a by 8 and root 3a by 8. Correct? Let's see that. So here 0 0, what I can write this 0 0? x1 y1, this one is x2 y2, and then x3 y3. You can take anywhere. This one also you can consider as x2 y2, this one also you can consider as x3 y3. There is no problem in that. Now first and foremost is XCM. What is the XCM formula? m1 x1. m1 is how much here? m1 is m. x1 is how much here? 0. So that first one becomes how much? 0. Second one is m2 x2. m2 is how much here? 2m into x2 value is a. So that only 2ma plus m3 x3. m3 x3 is m and then x3 value is a by 2. So that will be ma by 2. That divided by total mass is how much here? m plus 2m is 4m. Then this will be how much here? 2 plus 1 by 2 nothing but that will be 5 by 2 na. So that 5 ma by 2, that divided by 4m. Then m gets cancelled here. 5a by 8 is the answer. That is the first XCM we will get. Then YCM if we calculate, YCM is equals to m1 y1. Again how much it will be? 0. m2 y2. 2m into 0 is 0 only. m3 y3, that is m into root 3 a by 2 we will get. So that m root 3 a by 2, that divided by again total mass is how much again? 4m only. M gets cancelled, root 3 a by 8. So that your coordinates are of center of mass 5a by 8 and root 3 a by 8. XCM and then YCM. Did you get the same answer? Yes? Then next problem. Calculate the center of mass. Calculate the center of mass of cube. Calculate the center of mass of the cube of side A, such that equal point masses m are placed at each vertex. They have given the cube of side A, and at each vertex a mass m is placed. You have to identify the center of mass. Writing the coordinates is only here work. How much? Eight only, na? How many masses I drawn? How much? No. How many coordinates will be there? You are saying only one coordinate. 3 coordinates. Nothing but 3 center of masses should come, na? Without doing the problem also you can say the answer. Logically you think first, without doing the problem you think where the center of mass will lies. All are the equal masses, no? At the center means what are the coordinates of that center? 0, na? Consider this as the coordinates, this as the axis here. If we consider like that, for coordinates you have to consider this one. Whatever the logic I am telling about, I am asking about, for that there is no need to consider any coordinates, nothing. So that where the center of mass will lies. Generally you are saying at center. What is that center coordinates? That's it, finished. A by 2, A by 2, A by 2. Those are the 3 coordinates of that center point. Clear? For example, if I take this duster only, just consider it as a cube only. Then whenever I consider this entire is A, this height also A, and then this distance also A. then you are saying that the center of mass is lying exactly at the center. So that center point is from the origin at what distance along the x-axis? A by 2. From the origin along the y-axis at what distance again? A by 2 only. From the origin along the z-axis also where it is placed? A by 2 only. That's it. That is the answer. A by 2, A by 2 and then A by 2. That is the final answer. So, A by root 2 na. A by 2 only na. Here in the middle it is lying. In the middle it is lying nothing but from this origin at what distance? A by 2 distance. From this origin again at what height? A by 2 height only. From this origin at what distance in this direction? Again A by 2 only. So that you are understanding or not? You understood, right? At the center it is there nothing but exactly at what place it will be there? Exactly at the center of the cube. Side of the cube is how much here? A. Center nothing but at what distance? A by 2 along the x-axis, y-axis as well as z-axis. That is how we will get the answer without doing the problem. But by the problem we will just see. So here this is the coordinates I considered. Anything you can consider as a coordinates, there is no problem in that. So here I have taken the x, y and then z. Then this will be what? Origin 0, 0, 0. And writing the points is very, very important here. Here this is 0, 0, 0 means this point will be what here? A, 0, 0. Okay, very good. This point is what? 0, A, 0. Okay, very good. Then this point is what? 0, 0, A. We have covered x-axis, y-axis and then z-axis. Now the problem is with this all the different points. Now let's come to this point. This point is lying in between which axis? First of all tell me. Z and x. So that what is the coordinate you will get here? X, y0, z. Clear? Now this point is lying in which plane? Z and y plane. Z and y plane nothing but z and y should be present and then x should be absent obviously. So that 0, A. Now here whenever you come this point, these two are little confusing. You just see that here this point I said it is lying between the what is that zy plane and then this is a zx plane. Now I will show you with this duster only again. So here I consider it as a origin. Now whenever I consider this as the origin, this is at what is the coordinates of this point? This is origin. This point 0, A, 0. Why? Because it is along the y-axis. Now at this point what are the coordinates? A, 0, 0. Why? Because it is lying along the x-axis. Now this point backside one along which axis? Z-axis, right? So 0, 0, A. Finished. 3 points are finished. Main points are finished. Then whenever you come to this point is lying in which plane? X and y plane. It is having the height and then it is having the length. So only it is in the xy plane. So what is the coordinates of this point here? Xy plane nothing but A, 0. Clear? This one is finished. Then whenever you come to this point, this is having which one here? Length is there, depth is there. Clear? X and Z. Clear? Length is there. Obviously I want to measure this one nothing but I have to go from here to here. Nothing but I am measuring along the x-axis. I want to measure from here to here. Obviously it is having the depth also. So only it is lying in which plane? Nothing but x and z plane. So that will be A, 0 and then A. That is about this one finished. Then what about this point? This point is having length. Nothing but I have to locate this one. Nothing but I have to go from the origin along the length. I have to locate this one nothing but I have to go in the height also. Even I want to locate this one nothing but I have to go in the depth also. So this point indicates what here? 3 coordinates are present. That will be what? A. So that point is this one. A. Okay. Now this point is purely lying in which plane? XY plane. So that what I can write? A, 0. Clear all the coordinates? Then you find the what is that center of mass as it is, that is xcm. Xcm is equals to how many masses is having the x coordinates? Tell me first of all. How many masses are having the x coordinates? 3 or 4? 1, 2, 3 and then 4. Clear? So that what I can write here? 4 ma directly. Ma plus Ma plus Ma plus Ma, remaining all masses are how much here? 0. Clear? M1 x1, no, I am saying about M1 x1. M1 x1 nothing but mass is M and then coordinate of x is how much here? A. First mass, second mass, third mass and then fourth mass here. Then remaining masses x coordinates are how much? 0. M into 0 is how much? 0 only. So 4 masses is having 0, 4 masses are having coordinate as A. So that what I can write here? 4Ma divided by total mass 8m. Very good. 8m. Why? Because m1 plus m2 plus m3, whatever, it might be having the coordinates or it might not be having the coordinates. You have to take only sum of the masses in the denominator. So only you will get here m gets cancelled and then this will be 2. Then xcm is equals to how much here? A by 2. Then ycm, y center of mass is equals to, what will you get again? The y coordinate is lying for how many masses here? Again 1, 2, 3 and then 4. Again 4 masses only. So 4 masses nothing but again 4ma divided by total mass is how much here? 8m. Then m gets cancelled, again 2, that will be ycm is equals to A by 2. Then again in the same way zcm also, z coordinate is present for 1, 2, 3 and then 4 masses. So again what it will be? 4ma divided by 8, then again A by 2 only. Now the center of mass coordinates are A by 2, A by 2 and then A by 2. Clear everybody? So writing the coordinates is important. If you don't know that, don't worry about that, just think practically. The center of mass is lying at the exactly middle point, nothing but the height of that point is A by 2 only, length of the point is A by 2, depth of the point also A by 2 only. That is how you can think even. Clear? You understood right by the logic? Yes? Copy that. There is no place, Amma Aishwarya. There is no need to search. You have to come first. See, physics is not like other theory subjects and all. If you miss any one point also, you cannot solve the problem related to that point. So you have to come to the class regularly and then you have to come first only. You are coming like a marriage function only. Whenever I get ready, then only I will come. I will take more time for getting ready. Yen Devaraja? Correct? One more shortcut method you write. Shortcut method. Because the center of mass of the cube lies at the center, because the center of mass of the cube lies at the center and it contains equal masses at the corners. It contains equal masses at the corners. That center point will be at half of the length, half of the height and half of the breadth. Half of the breadth, that is at A by 2, A by 2, A by 2. Clear? So next problem. Three identical balls are projected three identical balls are projected in three different directions, shown in the figure. Find the time of flight. Find the time of flight, maximum height, and range of the center of mass. Maximum height and range of the center of mass. They are asking the time of flight, maximum height and range. Tell me, what is the time of flight formula? T is equals to 2u sin theta by g. U sin theta is nothing but which coordinate of velocity? X. Why no? Sin theta nothing but. Do you forget the projectile motion? Projectile motion, whenever I project like this will be along the x-axis, that will be what? U cos theta and then u sin theta. So that is a y coordinate, then I can write it as 2uy by g. That is the time of flight. Then one more question is what they are asking, maximum height. Yes, maximum height, h max is equals to, what is the formula? U square sin square theta by 2g. So that u square sin square theta by 2g nothing but, what is the u sin theta again, which coordinate? Y coordinate only. So that what I can write, uy square by 2g. That is the h max. Then again, what is the question? Next question is range they are asking. So for the range, what is the formula? U square sin 2 theta by g. So u square sin 2 theta by g nothing but u square sin 2 theta I can write as what? 2 sin theta and then cos theta, that divided by g. This is again the old story only. Then in this I can write this as 2 u sin theta u cos theta, that divided by g. What is 2 u sin theta is what? Uy. U cos theta is what? Ux. Then the range what I can write simply 2 into ux uy divided by g. Clear? This is a range and then maximum height and then time of flight. Already I explained half of the solution only. So they are asking the time of flight, range and then height. So time of flight is 2u sin theta by g, that is nothing but whoever the people absent, for them I am explaining again. So time of flight formula is 2u sin theta by g. So here u sin theta nothing but that is the y coordinates of the velocity. So only that is 2uy by g. Then next one is maximum height. Maximum height formula is u square sin square theta by 2g. Again I can write it as u sin theta whole square. U sin theta nothing but what again? Uy only. So only uy square by 2g I have written. Then range formula. Range formula is u square sin 2 theta by g. Sin 2 theta I can write as what? 2 sin theta into cos theta. I am taking 2 separately. This u square I am writing as u into u. One of the u sin theta, another u cos theta. What is the u sin theta here? Which coordinate? Y coordinate, so only uy. U cos theta is which coordinate? X coordinate, so only ux. 2 is remaining as it is, so only I am writing as 2 ux uy by g. Find the answer. Almost I explained 75% here only. 8/3g na? No. 8/g ಬರಬೇಕು. ಏನು ಟೈಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ಲೈಟಾ? ಯಾವುದು ಬರ್ತಾಯಿದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ? ಎಲ್ಲ 8/gನೇ. 8/g. 0.8 is the correct answer. 0.8 time of flight, height and then range. Everything is 0.8 only. You got that? How many of you got? Raise your hands. Vinutas, Drusti, Sindhu, very good. You got Pratika? Very good ma. Adnan, Devaraja. That's it. Vanta? 0.8. 0.8 is the correct answer. Good. Pramod, Ramesh, you got? Yes, very good. Yes, very good. First of all, find the velocity of center of mass. 3 masses are moving there. What is the velocity of center of mass? How much? Velocity of center of mass is I plus 4j. I cap plus 4j cap you will get. Correct? You have to take in vector form only. What is the velocity of center of mass formula? I said Vcm bar is equals to m1 v1 bar plus m2 v2 bar by m1 plus m2. I mentioned this word also already. Whenever they have given in the vector form, you have to take the total vector. If not, you have to take the magnitude. I mentioned or not? So now you have to take the vector only. Why? Because they have given in the vector form. Now this one is already, we know that this story already, so that you have to take u sin theta as uy and then u cos theta as ux, x coordinate and then y coordinates of the projectile here. These three are the projectiles here. Then after that, the velocity of center of mass, the velocity of center of mass formula Vcm is equals to m1 v1 bar plus m2 v2 bar, again m3 v3 bar. Why? Because here 3 masses are lying. So that divided by what I can take total mass as m1 plus m2 plus m3. Then the Vcm is equals to m1 is how much here? v1 is how much here? Minus 3i cap plus 4j cap. This is the velocity v1 or u1, anything is same only. Then after that m2 is again how much? v2 value is how much here? 4j cap. So only the second body is projected in which direction? Only in vertical direction. So only 4j cap. Then next one is third body, that is m3, m only. v3 value is how much here? 6i plus 4j. That divided by total mass is how much here? 3m is the total mass. M cancels everywhere, there is no need to write the m also. And after that, then Vcm is equals to minus 3i plus 6i. How much it will be? 3i. Then 4j, 8j, 4j, 12j. That divided by total 3. So that this one I can write as what here? Only I cap plus 4j cap whenever I divide with 3. This is the velocity of center of mass we got. Did you get this answer? Yes, I cap plus 4j cap. Then after that, you have to find out the time of flight. Already we got the formula. The time of flight is simply 2uy by g, that is 2 into, what is the uy value here? Center of mass values you have to take. Uy value is how much here? 4. Ux value is how much? 1. Do you know how to write the vector? This indicates what? A bar nothing but ax I cap plus ay j cap. This Vcm is indicating that Vx I cap plus Vy j cap. In the place of Vx, what we are having here? 1. In the case of Vy, what you are having here? 4. Those are the values you have to consider mainly. Then t is equals to 2 into uy value. What is the velocity in the y coordinate? 4 divided by g is 10. Obviously, this will be how much here? 0.8. Then maximum height. Maximum height is what? uy square by 2g. What is the uy value again? Uy is how much again? 4 only. So 4 square nothing but how much you will get? 16 divided by 2g nothing but 20. Again the answer is how much here? 0.8. This is in seconds, this is in meters. Then range. Range formula is what I said? 2ux uy divided by g. What is the ux value here? Ux is 1. Uy value is how much here? 4. So only 2 into 1 into 4 divided by 10, that will gives you how much? 0.8 meters. Everything is 0.8 only. Listen again, for the people who ever not came for the projectile motion, they'll be feeling little bit difficult. Listen here properly. They have given 3 masses of equal masses here, and also they are projecting with different velocities in different directions. One is projected in this direction, another in this direction, another vertical direction. So like that they are projecting. So only the first it is projecting in this direction along which axis? Obviously negative x axis. So only minus 3i we got here, minus 3i cap plus 4j cap, that is the velocity of the first body. Then u2 nothing but the velocity of second body. In which direction you are projecting? Upward direction, no, nothing but y axis. So only j cap we are getting. Then this one again along the positive and then xy plane, then it will be plus 6i and then plus 4j. These are the different velocities of 3 masses given. Then they are asking to find out the time of flight, maximum height and range of the center of mass only. That you have to mainly remember. So whenever they are asking directly time of flight of this body, nothing but they will ask in the projectile motion only, not here. Okay, they are asking about the center of mass now. First and foremost is, you just leave that whatever the questions they asked. First of all, find out the center of mass. What is the velocity of center of mass formula? m1 v1 plus m2 v2 plus m3 v3 by m1 plus m2 plus m3. And also you have to consider the vectors whenever the given vectors, when they have given the vectors. If not, you have to consider that as a directly magnitudes only. For example, they are saying m1 is moving with 5 meter per second. Directly m1 into 5 only you have to consider. Like that you have to take vectors, you have to take whenever they have given the vector form. So m1 into v1 bar, m2 v2 bar plus m3 v3 bar by m1 plus m2 plus m3. What is the v1 bar value here? Minus 3i plus 4j. m2 into v2 bar is how much here? 4j. Don't worry about the v2 and then u2 and all. Okay. Then next v3 value is how much here? 6i plus 4j. That is what I have substituted and then I cancelled everything. Then finally velocity of center of mass is this one I got. Then velocity of center of mass, any velocity, otherwise any vector, a is equals to what I can write? A bar is equals to what I can write? Ax I cap plus ay j cap only, obviously. So that ax nothing but here velocity is there. So only velocity of center of mass vcm bar is equals to vx I cap plus vy j cap. This one you have to compare this with this equation. In the place of vx what we are having? 1. In the place of vy what we are having here? 4. 1 and then 4 are there. Then after that now you have to find out the time of flight. For finding the time of flight, those are the fixed formulas already we have derived in the projectile motion only by using the basic kinematics equations. What are the basic kinematics equations? U square, v square minus u square equals to 2as, s is equals to ut plus half at square, then what v is equals to u plus at. By using these 3 basic kinematical equations, we derived these equations for the case of projectile motion. That is, time of flight is 2u sin theta by g, maximum height is u square sin square theta by 2g, and range is 2 sin u square sin 2 theta by g. These are the 3 different formulas. By this thetas and all you will not get the answer now. You have to get main idea that I have only vx and then vy coordinates. There is no need to take theta and all. There is no need to find again theta from here. Directly you write u cos theta as a x coordinate and then u sin theta as a y coordinate for the case of projectile motion whenever you are projecting in this way with angle theta with velocity u. Then what happens here, it will do the projectile motion. This will be the x coordinate, that is ux. What I can write this one as u cos theta. This one is a y coordinate, that will be what I can write u sin theta, that is uy. That is what I have considered here. Here u sin theta I got nothing but that is simply uy only. 2uy by g. Then h maximum is equals to u square sin square theta by 2g. U square sin square theta by 2g nothing but that is u sin theta I can write as uy whole square divided by 2g. That is the h maximum. Then range formula is important here. Range is nothing but u square sin 2 theta by g. Sin 2 theta I can write as what? 2 sin theta cos theta. So that 2 sin theta cos theta I have written. Okay, then after that I have taken 2 outside. I am giving one u for the sin theta, another u for the cos theta. So u sin theta, what I can write? Uy. U cos theta, what I can write? Ux. So ux into uy into 2 divided by g. So ux uy into 2 divided by g. That is the range. Then after that, I have substituted in this formulas. So that is t is equals to u 2 uy by g. What is the velocity along the y-axis here? 4. So only 2 into 4 by g value is 10 obviously. Like that I have substituted the remaining values also. Clear? Copy that. ಫಿನಿಶ್ಡಾ ಏನು ಸಂಗೀತ ಏನೋ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು ಎಸ್ ಅಫಿಷಿಯಲಿ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ಡ್ ಓಕೆನಾ ಸೇಮ್ ಡೇಟ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಫೇಕ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಐ ಸೆಡ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫೇಕ್ yesterday they have given like that Ray, what I have to do? I got excited like you people only. May 10th ಯಾವಾಗ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರಪ್ಪ I don't know one thing how Uday is getting know this okay ಅಪ್ಡೇಟ್ ಇರಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ನಿಮ್ಮಷ್ಟು ಅಪ್ಡೇಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಜನ್ರೇಷನ್ ಎಷ್ಟು 1945 45 ಇಯರ್ಸಾ ಇನ್ನೂ ಟೈಮ್ ಇದೆ ತಡಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಜಲ್ದಿ ಸತ್ತೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾ ನಾನು 45 ಇಯರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು 10 ಇಯರ್ಸ್ ಏನಾ ಯಾರಿಗೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ನಮಗೇನಾ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅಂದರೆ ನಮಗೆ 100 ಇಯರ್ಸ್ ಜನ್ರೇಷನ್ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ಇದೆ ಅವರು ಫುಲ್ಲಿ ಹೈಲಿ ಅಪ್ಡೇಟೆಡ್ ಅವರು 7th May last date for application 7th May fees 7th May up to 11:50 PM fee structure 1600 for general category for OBC 1500 SC ST PWBD third gender 900 ರೇ ರೈಟ್ ಅಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು 100 ರೂಪೀಸ್ ಅಮ್ಮ ನಾನು ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಬೇಕಂದರೆ ಬಿಡ್ರಿ ವೈ ಆರ್ ಫೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಟ್ 1600 1500 ಅನಿ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ವೈಷ್ಣವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ವರಿ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಟ್ Right, next problem. Find the acceleration of the center of mass. Find acceleration of center of mass when the system released from the rest. When the system released from the rest. Find acceleration of the center of mass when the system released from the rest. Pulley problem. ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸೇ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ఎంత 2 no minus 4 by 5 2 by 5 2 by 5 I think 2 by 5 is the answer. Yes, 2 by 5 is the correct answer. Yes sir, 2 by 5 is the correct answer. If you are getting the answer as 2, nothing but you are not considering the directions. Okay, you are having the astigmatism. So 2 meters per second square is not the correct answer. 2 by 5 is the correct answer. 2 by 5 meter per second. Otherwise 0. How much? 4. 0.4 meter per second square. You got the answer? Pulley problem. What is the pulley problem? Atwood machine. Acceleration is equals to, what is the formula? Net acceleration is equals to m2 minus m1 by m1 plus m2 into g. That is what the correct only, na? Yes. m2 minus m1 by m1 plus m2 into g. And there is no need to find that. Already I have given this acceleration for you. So there is no need to even find. Actually in problem it was not there. So this is a question now. Acceleration of the body is A is equals to, what is the formula? m2 minus m1, which is heavier here. m1 is heavier, so that what I can write? m1 minus m2 by m1 plus m2 into g. I told you already, the difference of the masses by sum of the masses into g will gives you the acceleration of the total system. Okay, the total system acceleration is, accelerations are not given in the problem, by the way, only masses are given. So 3 and then 2 given. You have to find out the acceleration first. For finding the acceleration of the pulley system for the Atwood machine, acceleration formula is difference of the masses by sum of the masses into g. Do you remember the T? Tension in the string. 2 m1 m2 by m1 plus m2 into g. Yes, do you remember that? In the same way we got even on the inclined plane also, that is again different story. Now here A is equals to m1 minus m2 by m1 plus m2 into g. m1 minus m2, how much that is? 3 minus 2 is 1. Divided by how much it is? 5. G value is 10. Then acceleration is 2. Now I got the acceleration not before. This is 2 meter per second square and then 2 meter per second square. So this is m1, this is a1, m2 and then a2 we will get. So m1 is 3 kg and then a1 is there in which direction? Downward direction. I will consider that as only positive. Why? Because this is a bigger mass, no? You can consider any way, you can consider this is also negative, that one as positive. However you want, you can consider it. I will consider this one only positive, that is a1 is equals to 2 meter per second square. Then m2 is how much here? 2 kg and then a2 is how much here? Minus 2. Why? Because both are in which directions? Opposite to each other. Then again from the center of mass formula, ACM is equals to m1 a1 plus m2 a2 by m1 plus m2. Here magnitude are given directly, there is no need to consider the I cap and then j cap and all. So that m1 is how much here? 3, a1 is how much here? 2 plus m2 is how much here? 2 and then a2 is how much here? Minus 2 you have to consider. That divided by m1 plus m3 is 3 plus 2, that is 5. Then this will be how much here? 6 minus 4 is 2. 2 divided by 5 is the correct answer. This is acceleration of center of mass. Clear? Huh? So first and foremost is you have to find out the acceleration. For finding the acceleration of the Atwood machine, this is the formula, that is the difference of the masses by sum of the masses into g. From that acceleration is how much you got? 2 meter per seconds. As those are constrained, they will move with the same acceleration only. So only this is 2 meters means this is also 2 meters per second only. The second square only. Then this is the acceleration we got. We got the masses, we got the accelerations. Then you have to find out the acceleration of center of mass, that is ACM is equals to m1 a1 plus m2 a2 by m1 plus m2. Directly we got the answer. And also direction is very very important. Why? Because your wrong answer also will be there in the options, that is 2. Okay, first option only 2. Second option or third option, 5, this one will be there, 2 by 5 will be there. Clear? What? First option choose ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. moral of the story. ಹಂಗಾದರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾವೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಮುಗೀತು. ಜೈ ಜೈ ಚಿರಂಜೀವ. Done? Enough of problems. Shall we start the next concept? Continuous bodies. Next, center of mass of the continuous bodies. Bare formulas ashte, we will not use these formulas, by the way. 3 formulas will be there. Center of mass of continuous bodies. Continuous bodies nothing but you will get the rods. What, Shivu? You will get the rods, disc, ring, sphere, cylinder, everything, cone, everything. So, center of mass of the continuous body. Center of mass formula generally, generalized formula, what we can say? The product of mass and distance divided by sum of the masses. So, I can write it as integration of mx by integration summation of mx by summation of m. Is that correct? Is that correct? So, that summation of m into x, m1 x1 plus m2 x2 plus m3 x3 like that. That divided by summation of m total masses m1 plus m2 plus m3. So that the summation, what is the summation? Nothing but we can take it as integration also. Okay, that is not sum, that is summation. Okay, you can take that integration nothing but what? You are integrating all the values. Even for the summation also you will have the limits. From I is equals to 0 to n like that we will get. So even for the integration also we will get the limits. Lower limit and then upper limits, so that you can replace this one by the integration, that is integration of m into the x is variable here, that is dx. Integration of m dx by this one, what I can write here? Integration of dm I can write. Different masses are there, nothing but integration of dm. Otherwise if I take here mass is variable, if I take this one I can write as what? Integration of x into dm. Integration of x into dm by integration of dm. Why? Because we are talking about the continuous bodies. Continuous bodies nothing but first of all what we will consider? Small element we will consider. Then we will increase the mass. For example, you might be already getting in this one already electric charges and fields. Whenever you take the continuous bodies, for that, for example, they said that a rod is there like this. For the rod, which density will be there? Linear mass density will be there. Lambda is equals to what I can write? Lambda is equals to mass by length I can write. In the case of charges and fields, that is a linear charge density, you will write it as Q by L. Okay, whatever it might be. Now first of all you will consider a smaller mass element here. At the dx distance, you will consider, at the x distance you will consider dm element. So here which is variable here? Mass is varying. Whenever I take the smaller element, I will take dm. Whenever I will take the total element, at that time what will take? M only, right? So only here I have written this as x dm, integration of x dm by integration of dm. Then after that the y coordinate, ycm is equals to what I can integration of y dm by integration of dm. zcm is equals to integration of z dm by integration of dm. Nothing but the product of mass and the distance, that divided by total mass you will get. That is what in the integration method. By the way, we will not use this one. We will use the shortcut formulas only. Copy that. Use ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಕಾಪಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂಕ್ ವೇಸ್ಟು, ಟೈಮ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು, ಫುಲ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು ಟೈಮು. ಬಂದಿರಾ ನೀನು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ನೈಟು? So how many said yes? Those only came to the study hour, I guess so. Shreyas, you said yes. Did you come? You and Pramod came. ಹಾಂ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ ನಾನು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ರೋಡ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಹತ್ರ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. So you might be having the question what you are doing at the park at that time. I was going for the food re dirty fellows. ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಪಕ್ಕನೇ ಫುಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಫುಡ್ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ದೇವರಾಜಗೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತು. ಆಸಿಫ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆ ಖಾನ್ रहता है फूड पार्क के बाजू है ना. ज्ञान विकास में वो फूड तो अच्छा नहीं रहता, उसीलिए रोड पे खाते ना हम. Right, center of mass of different bodies. Where is the center of mass of the rod? At the center. At what distance? L/2, not at the corner of the room. So yeah, that is the L/2. Then again center of mass of the ring. At the center, where it will be? From the edges it will be at r distance, otherwise if you consider that as the origin, that will be at 0 0 only. Next, for the semicircular ring it will be there differently, and also for the semicircular disc also differently, and also what is that hemisphere, if you consider that one is different, hemi hollow sphere, otherwise solid sphere, and also for the hollow cone and then solid cone. For these different bodies the center of mass will be at different places. Don't think that for everything that will be at the center only. Okay, now that will be at different places and then different heights. We will discuss that now. Without doing integrations and all, directly you have to remember the formulas. So first and foremost is first body is rod. First body is rod. Yes. Center of mass of Shivu. Right, where is the center of mass here? Where is the center of mass? Exactly at the center. At what distance? L/2 distance. Then next one is,
it's 9:56 a.m.
Yes, Chalanilu, semicircular ring. The ring of radius r, by the way, where the center of mass will rise. Center here, it cannot lie here. Why? Because the mass is present here, so that will be near the mass. Near the mass, nothing but that will be at exactly 2r/pi. Whenever you consider from here, it will be at 2r/pi height. Okay, then next one is semicircular disc. First of all, write all the bodies, then after that I will tell you the center of mass values. Cylinder obviously at L/2 distance only, no? That might be solid or hollow.
It's 9:59 a.m. It's 9:59 a.m. It's 10 a.m. It's 10 a.m.